The original iPod Touch released in September 2007, 3 months following the release of the first iPhone. However, the purpose of the iPhone was to combine an iPod, internet communicator, PDA, camera, and a phone into one gadget. However, the release of the iPod Touch that ran the same iPhone firmware might have seemed pointless given that the iPod Touch was discontinued in May of 2022, while the iPhone was still being made with no end in sight. So, why should the iPod Touch have existed in the first place? Let's dive into it. Most people argue that the main advantage of the iPod Touch was that it was cheaper than its corresponding iPhone. However, during their peak, they were actually more lavish than their iPhone counterparts on contract. One former advantage of the iPod Touch over the iPhone was that the iPhone was initially exclusive to AT&T in the US, so customers of more carriers could still use iOS by buying an iPod Touch. This makes valid sense because 2011 marked the first year that iPhone sales were greater than iPod sales, which was also the initial year that the iPhone was available on more carriers. Another frequently mentioned advantage of the iPod Touch is that it was better for children due to lacking cell service, which not all children need. And whilst it's easy now for parents to hand their old phones down to their children, like what my mom used to do until I bought my 14 Pro, it was far more expensive to purchase phones excluding service from 2008 to 2010, which were the peak years of the iPod Touch. In short, the main reasons why the iPod Touch was successful was because they were cheaper off contract than iPhones, but iPhones quickly became cheap enough and offered more functionality. Therefore, the iPod Touch became obsolete. Did you ever use an iPod Touch as a primary device? Please comment that down below. I personally used an iPod Touch 5th generation from March 2015 until April 2019. As always, thank you all for watching this video. I'm the iTunes Fanboy, and peace out.